I will be going on tour. You can come see me at a city near you. This weekend, May 30th and 31st, I will be in Cleveland, Ohio. So come see shows there.
Then the very next weekend, June 6th and 7th, I will be headlining the Velveeta Room in Austin, Texas. Get your tickets where tickets are sold. If you're like, I don't know where to get tickets, yes you do. And if you're like, I don't, then ask fucking ChatGPT. And if you're like, that ruins the planet, no one gives a flying fuck.
Hey everybody, welcome back. It's another episode of Discombobulated. How you been doing? It's another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist. You say, hey, you can't grab me like that, time. Time grabs you by the wrist. You say you can't do that. So make the best of it, but don't touch my wrist. You fucking tried, and now you made me fucking pissed. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's guys. I hope you had the time to fuck my wife. How are ya? This is the best podcast in at least America, excluding Alaska and Hawaii. Oh, that is some watered down shit coffee. I made it though, so I'm mad at myself, but good to see you. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for being around. I am excited. I'm about to go back on the road, and this will be, I think, unless something crazy happens, the last podcast in this studio. Bobby, what's its studio? Is it a studio? It is. Like an apartment, like this is in my bedroom. I'm looking at my bed. So, yeah, we're going to put all this in storage. You're like, well, where are you going to move? I'll tell you where. The open motherfucking road. The wide open road. Yeah, I'm going to go. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let the road be my bitch. Or I like to pretend to be that aggressive sometimes. Like I would do that sometimes with like if I had a girlfriend. Like I'd be like, yeah, we can go to you fucking stupid whore. And they always like, they're laughing before I can like say I'm joking. Bobby, are you a perfect person? No, but I am a silly bitch and nice, and I don't like to be an asshole. But God, doesn't it feel good sometimes? Doesn't it feel good to be a fucking dickhead sometimes? To be like, oh, I'm going to do this. And then do it, and then you realize, oh, that didn't make me feel as bad as I thought. What are you talking about specifically, Bobby? I don't care I don't know. But I'm gonna live on the road. On the road again? I can't wait to get on the road again. Because apartments are expensive as shit, and I'm barely at them anyway. I'm usually on the road doing shows, or I'm out doing shows. Like, I've lived at this apartment. I mean, I've paid for it for about a month or about a year and a month. And I would say accumulatively, I have spent I've actually spent like 4 months' time here when you really calculate it up. Probably more like 6. I'm being like a fucking asshole. But like, I'm never here. So then I was like, maybe I should get an apartment, you know? Maybe I should get one. And I started looking around. And they got very discouraged because, like, you would go look at places and, God, isn't it the worst looking for an apartment? You just, like, walk into a place and then for some reason, you're, like, you greet the management team of the people that work there and you're, like, you all pretend as if this is how we're going to communicate in the future. We're like, hi. Yes, what's your name? Oh, good to see you. You pretend that exists, and you have like, that exists for at max a 30-minute interaction. And then you sign the lease, and then that's the last time you talk to each other like that. You're like Christians who get married. You're like, all we want to do is get married, and then you sign that lease, and you're like, fucking bitch. Like, it changes so quick. Yeah, Robert Jaycox, we're so happy to have you here. Hey, it's leaking my apartment. They're like, we don't care. You know? And then they're like, you're late on your payment. And I'm like, I don't have it. So that's just what's going to happen. And I didn't want to get in that cycle again. I didn't want me and our management team cycles to link up. So I didn't want that to happen. So instead I decided, to not sign any leases. But I was close. I was signing the lease. And here's what happened. My ears are just going to stick out. I can't have the glasses on but why are they? And I know people are like, they're not big, but they just look weird. It just looks like they're from someone else's head. It looks like Mr. Potato Bob head. But some of us aren't watching this. We're listening to it. Good point. So I went to this place and because I'd already looked for apartments a couple days and I was like, let me make sure what I think I can afford and want to afford is like what I like, what the places smell like, all this stuff. And I went to a couple places. I had 5 or 6 of those like, hi, yeah. And then I was like, all right, I'm done looking. And then I was on the road and got back and I was like, let me look for an apartment. And there's this one that's like, I like it because it's close to like the water. I like that. It's in Austin where I enjoy living. And so I was like, let me go check this place out. And I called and they're like, not only should you get this, we actually are running a deal and it's like $80 less or whatever than you even thought before. And if you sign right now, all this stuff. And I was like, yeah, let's go. So I get there. Hi, and we're talking, and then I'm like, all right, well, all this sounds very good. Here's my ID, all this stuff. Can we go see one of the apartments? And we went and saw the apartments, and they were, pretty perfect for Bob. I don't know why my voice cracked. I'm not scared or sad or something. I'm not like, I don't know. I just literally got in there, and the place smelled fine. Like the place, because she showed me like 3 different places. Upstairs, downstairs, and then like a different floor layout. But then she almost like walked into a room or one of the apartments, and the guy was like, I'm in here. So she kept messing up. She's like, oh, let's go to the wrong one. And then she would show me one, and it had like a great view. Like I could see this dog park. Everything about it ripped. And then she was like, yeah, we actually can't get that for you. And I was like, okay. So we went back, and then she starts like saying we can't do that one. Oh, and actually this one we can't do or whatever. And then I was like, I'm doing that thing where I'm trying to be nice. I'm like, well, can we motherfucking figure it out? Because she's like, Bobby, I do have to get out of here at 3. And I'm like, I also have a life to get back to. I also don't think walking around an apartment complex I might live at to pretend to be like, oh, is that where you guys get me? I hate that shit. So we're walking around and then we get back and she's like, I was like, can you show me? Okay. And she goes, well, actually this one's available and it's close and it's like that one or whatever. And then she goes, because these other 2 are not available that I showed you. And I go, well, can you show me this one? And then I'll make a decision. I even said that. I was like, can you show me that? And then I'll make a decision right now. And I meant it. Because I was like, I just don't want, you keep telling me a different one. I don't want to get one that like faces the fucking street when I could face like a dog park, you know? Like I'm very much like, I feel claustrophobic unless I can see life. You know what I mean? I'm not special in that, but I guess that's what I feel. So she's like, all right, do this. And then I could tell she started to stress out. She goes, Bob, Mr. Jaycox, that's where I have to stop you right there. I actually can't show you any more places. Legally, we can only show you 3. And I go, well, you also showed me 2 that aren't available. And one of them was also occupied. And maybe I could tell when I walked by. Maybe it looked like there was like stuff on the deck, but she was like going to unlock the door. And I was like, people do this where I live too. Let's see what happens. And she literally put the key in. The guy's like, oh, I live here. And she's like, I'm such an idiot. So she went to show me around. And then I was like, all right, well, you're whatever. And then the guy was like, I'll take him. I'll take him. Like everyone's like, we're inside all of our heads. This is what's crazy. Why do we do this? Inside all of our heads, we're like, fuck you. Can you take, like in our heads, we hate each other. Because we're getting lied to, we're wasting each other's time. I'm in agreement. I'm not trying to be like, I'm better than you guys. I'm like, we're all wasting each other's time. So then he's like, I can take him. And she's like, fucking thank you. And then we walk to, I think we looked at one more. I can't remember if he showed me an apartment or not, or if he's like, no, she did show you all 3 or whatever. Like he was doing that fucking thing. And then I was like, you know what? Fine. I'll sign up for the one that I did see that if it's still available and it looks at a wall, I'll take it. And I started signing the lease, and I got so much misinformation before when they're like, this one's available, this one's not available. Oh, it actually costs this price. Oh, actually, if you want that one, we can't get you at that rate. And then I'm signing the lease, and thank God. I mean, I saw it because it's like I'm about to like do parts of the signing to where it's like it's getting very fucking official. I'm actually freaked out that there's a Bobby Jaycox that might live in that universe that did sign it. I'm so fucking glad that I'm going to live out of my car because I went to go sign it and I looked down and I was like, wait, 15-month lease? And they go, yeah. And I go, no, that's not. Do you have a 12-month lease? And he goes, well, 15 is actually pretty standard. And then I was like, no, it's not. But like we both were like, he's like, sign the thing, bitch. And he's like, I gotta get out of here. And in my head, I'm like, it's a year, bitch. And he goes, it's only a year and 3 months. And I literally was like, and that's when I started like rubbing my face. I'm like, you ever like start to feel yourself like werewolfing out when you get mad? You're like, so you have to like figure out how to use business terms and talk like an adult without being like, I'm gonna fucking throw this free water you gave me. I'm gonna fucking throw it across the room. And so then I just go, you know what, man, I'm out. I was like, call me tomorrow if you guys can figure this out. If you want me to sign a 12-month lease, that's fine. But I don't think that's very honest of you guys. Everything I've said has been wrong. And he's like doing that thing where he's like, what? Mr. Jaycox. And I was just like, bye. Like, cause that's as an adult, I'm just trying to be better at that, is just being like, you can just walk away. You don't have to be like how most people in our generation grew up where someone's like scolding you. You just have to stand there and listen. It's like we live in that world where it's like a cop pulls you over and you just have to take it. And I'm like, no, no, I'm not doing that. So I left. And I'll be honest, I got sent into like a very deep, dark depression because I was like, I don't know what to do. All these things are 15 months. I don't know if I want to be living in Austin that much longer. I love Austin, but I want to see the world more. Like I've been around this country more times than I actually probably even realize. Like I tell people, I'm like, I think I've driven there this, and I'm starting to forget where I've been. I'm such a lucky guy. So then I was like, I'm not satiated by it. I want to go see more. I want to go see the vastness. And then I also was like, well, I've never really, you know what? So many people are like, you can crash at my house, you can do this. But for years, I've been like, I don't want to bother people. Like I've stayed on some people's couches, but then I was like, you know what? Why don't I just do that? Why don't I just sleep in my car? And for most of tour, most of me living here, like I'm on tour anyways. I'm on the road. So it's like on top of being on the road, it's like, I'm not going to pay for half of that. I might as well just like save it and do whatever. So I guess what I'm saying is sign up for the Patreon because I don't have a place to live. The Patreon's only $1. If a lot of people sign up for just $1, you can't get there. Even the dollar stores, like we don't even do that anymore. So for $1 motherfucking dollar, just sign up. You won't even notice. And I'll send you stickers and fucking shit. I'll send you shit. I'll send you fucking free shit from a car. Do you want me to send you free shit from a homeless guy who's living in a car? Well, Bobby, some homeless people don't. I know. I live in Austin where there's one street. Everyone's like, are you talking about this homeless person? Like, eventually they're going to be like, that's Bobby. That's the homeless guy, Bobby. Like, is he a comic? They're like, he's more homeless than a comedian, for sure. That's what's going on. But I'm not, that was the thing is that then I decided, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do that. And then, dude, I literally went in the bathroom to fuck. I was like washing my hands. I think I was cleaning. I can't remember what I was doing, but I was like standing at the sink and then I started coughing and I coughed and I pulled my fucking lower back. And then I was like, this exact same thing happened to me the last time I moved. Whenever I moved to Austin, I was trying to move my shit out and then I pulled my back and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? But it's also like my fault. I've probably been stressing myself out. And so it's like your body and your immune system, all that shit's connected. I know it sounds like hippy dippy, but like it's not hippy dippy if it's true, you know? Burps are old farts or whatever people say. So but if I hold in a burp, does it become a fart? You never know. So yeah, I'm going to be living out of the car. So yeah, some of these episodes might get like less. And then I might even sign up for the Patreon less. I sign up for the Patreon. I'm like, I'm not interested in Bobby if he's not posting a lot, but it's going to be harder. It's going to be more difficult, but I don't know how else to say it. This is like what I've always wanted. This is the world I've always wanted. And if I was like if I was still painting houses and doing construction and stuff like that, living in my car and not doing stand-up, yeah, that would bum me out. But anytime I've ever slept in my car, I always just feel like I'm like, yeah, I get to do the thing I've always wanted to do. Does it pay a lot? Did you hear me say I slept in my car? People will talk about like the most I've ever been paid for a show, and I'll tell them, and they're like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I'm like, "Yes," but then a lot of time without like, so spaced out. You know what I'm fucking saying? Is this the yeah? But I really am a lucky guy. I'm not like and I'm not just saying that to mask. I'm like, or whatever. I'm like, I am a lucky guy. I just got really stressed. But I think I would have had a bigger heart attack if I would have signed it. And I'm sure you can get out. I'm sure there's like a 24-hour, like I accidentally got drunk and showed up and signed up for an apartment and I didn't mean to. And I'd be like out an application fee or whatever, but I also might not have gotten the apartment. That would have pissed me off too, to sign up for 15 months and then be like, fine, whatever happens in my life happens. And then to do that, and they're like, sir, you actually have to have a co-signer. And I'm like, well, even my grandma would be like, I don't think I'd do that. Grandma, I need a co-signer. Oh, I don't even have a pen anymore. So I couldn't sign it. You live in Austin. How would I? And I'm not coming into Texas. Grandma, you would love Texas. Just like how I told you would love sushi, and then you did. Babby, I don't like listening to people who I've already listened to and enjoyed. I have problems. They're all inside my head. I have problems. It's because I'm not getting a lot of sleep in a bed. I could have said because I'm not getting head. But I'm not gross like that. I'm a man who respects women. I fall asleep on my own podcast. Six people are listening right now. Bobby, that's an overstatement. Shut the fuck up. Person turns it off. But yeah, I'm going to be on the road a lot. And so then I looked at the schedule, and like once I move out of this apartment, unless something fucked up happens, I come back to Austin to headline, and then I'm gone. And then, if my calculations are correct, Story of the Year is going to be playing in Indiana. If I already don't have anywhere to sleep, I might go to Indiana to watch my favorite band play. Bobby, why would you do that? That seems like such a waste of money, time, and resources. Well, I never get more inspired than when I watch Story of the Year play. When I watch them do backflips, they're too old. They don't do backflips anymore. But they're not too fucking old. I'll kick your ass if you fucking call them old. But they don't do backflips, but they do. Sometimes they spin their guitar. Sometimes they don't do that because it like hurts their backs or whatever. But they do fucking play music that inspires the shit out of me. And I didn't get to go see them when they played in St. Louis recently because I went to my friend Venetia's birthday. And I did have to tell her that. I was like, just so you know, I said no to more gigs and going to see my favorite band than I ever. Like, I was like, so, but I didn't do that. I was like, so, you know, you're special. I was just letting her know, I'm like, you're important to me. And I'm the fucking best. I'm so fucking loyal. Dude, I see all these people moving into my apartment complex. I'm like, don't fucking do it, idiots. Oh, there's cockroaches everywhere. And I know everyone says, if you live in Texas, you got to get used to the cockroaches. No, I don't. No, I don't. I'm going to live somewhere else. So I will say this. If you listen to the podcast and you know me, tell me what city to come to and then give me a couch to sleep on because I'm going to need it. I'm going to be going to New York a lot more. I'm going to be in Austin as often as I need to be. And then I am going to buy a dirt bike. As soon as everything gets figured out, probably before I get a house, I'm probably going to buy a dirt bike. Bobby, that seems so irresponsible. Have you ever seen how happy I am on a dirt bike? Watch me kickstart a not the button start. That doesn't do the same, and not an electric dirt bike. I know people are like, but Bobby, it's bad for the environment. So I don't care anymore. I'm gonna stop work. Can we all pretend? I'm gonna stop pretending I care. ChatGPT ruins it. No one gives a flying at all. No one care. Bobby, I care. Shut the fuck up. If you're listening to this, you don't care. So I'm going to buy a dirt bike and I'm going to ride it everywhere. God, I want a dirt bike. That's what I want. I want to live out of a... I don't know what just made that sound, but it wasn't a dirt bike. But I want a dirt bike so bad. I want to get a dirt bike and I want to have it attached to one of those Mercedes vans that cost more than a house I'll ever own. I want one of those, and I want a dirt bike on the back or top or however I put a dirt bike on that bitch. And I just want to drive around the country and do stand-up and ride dirt bikes. Or I am at the age now where I probably would ride a dirt bike a couple times and be like, I think I'm too old for this. I don't think I grew up and all my muscles that would be like helping me balance are gone. And I'd be like one of those like fat people in the backyard that gets on like a fucking KX80 and tries to jump, and then they get flipped over the top of the handlebars. God, I love seeing that. Like, I don't like watching people getting hurt, but I do love watching people think they can jump a thing. Dude, my dad did that one time at a skate park. He was drunk and he was like, skateboarding doesn't seem that hard. And then he got on it, and I swear to God, he did ride better than me, anybody. Like, everyone was like, he shot the taco. Like, everyone was blown away. But then he got to a wall and got real confident, and he was like, I guess I'll just get to the top or whatever. And he fell so fucking hard that he forgot I was his kid. I was like, can I help you? He's like, get out of here, you fucking... And then he called me a slur. Can you say a slur? People are like, you can't say that slur. I'm like, what if my dad called me that? If my dad called me that, can I say that? If my dad called me that and it made some of my family that, can I say it? I don't care. I don't want to say it. So, I feel like this being the last episode, it should end with something like special or something like momentous or something where like I stand up and like I reveal like how little my pee-pee is or whatever, or something like that. And I'm like, on this episode, check her out. But I don't want to do something like that to you guys. I think what's just going to happen is it's going to be like the last 10 minutes of the pod. I'm going to like figure out what to say. I'm going to search my brain, kind of tell you what's going to come up. And then I'm going to end the episode and then like upload it and have like, be like, look around the room and be like, another turning point, and like feel all of that. And then it'll make me cry, and then it'll make me realize how lucky I am to at least be that sad, you know? Because there's like that quote where it's like, misery is wasted on the miserable. And I agree. I could write a fucking song, but I almost pulled my guitar out to write one the other day, but that was like, that'd be a waste of time, and my back hurts, so I can't really move right. Bobby, you use your back when you play? Yeah, I fucking play. But then I thought about something someone once told me where I told them I was playing a lot of guitar, and someone who I care about very much goes, why? You're not a guitar player. And I was like, well, what? And they were like, well, no, you're a comedian. And whenever they said that, I think they were like, I think they might have thought they hurt my feelings, but they kind of just made me realize like how far my scope should go creatively when I care about something so much. Like, instead of creating like this large prism of all these things that I do, to focus on the ones that I'm really good at. Like, I used to like try to play guitar, do improv, sketch, and stand up. And then eventually I'm like, well, I'm just going to do stand up. And then I'll add a podcast because I think you have to be famous. Bobby, is that what you want? I think so, and I'm sorry. Speaking of, I will say this. When I was in New Jersey, I got to finish the show. I've never gotten to watch all of it. Zach Stone is going to be famous, and I know it came out like a fucking decade ago or some shit like that. But it's with Bo Burnham and Rory Scovel, and it's one of the funniest shows I've ever seen. And it's so good. It has so much heart. And I love Bo Burnham. I met a girl I met a friend the other day, friend of a friend when we were in New Jersey, and she was like, "When's your birthday?" And then I was like we started doing that thing. I'm like, "Why are you trying to guess my sign or whatever?" And then she's like, "No, when's your birthday?" And I said it, and I was like, August 23rd. She goes, "Shut up. What year?" And I was like, 1990. She was like, "Me too." She was like, not me too. She's like, "I was born the day before." And then I was like, "Dude, I think Bo Burnham was born on August 20th, 1990. And so I just want to find, and then my buddy Nolan from St. Louis. Is he the day after me or the day before me also? I can't remember. He's the 22nd or 24th. But like, our parents were really fucking around the same. And I know that's not how birth, it's not the exact 9 months, but like our parents were horny around the same month-ish. So 30 days come and sail or whatever. But yeah, dude. So she was like, or whatever. But why is that what I'm saying? But Bo Burnham, we were talking about him because I think she was like, she knew that too. But like, he was born a couple days before me. So I'm always like, anytime he comes out with a special, I would like tell my friends, like we watch it. I'm like, dude, it's so funny. I'm like, yeah, I was going to do that. But I was like, 3 days behind him. So it's like he turned it in first or whatever. So you guys think, but no, he literally is like a voice of a generation. And he's so smart to be able to be as funny as he is and to not care about being like somehow in the limelight. Like I remember the last time I think we saw Bo Burnham all the time, he would make vines, and God damn if he didn't make amazing vines. Can I have one that's a little lighter? And it's a fucking tiny little lighter. Ooh, I love that shit. Okay, Google, when was Bo Burnham born?
Bo Burnham was born on August 21st, 1990.
I thought it was 2 days before me. Wait, you know how to... I don't know how to count when it counts. That is it 3 or are you like 2? But yeah, so then we have him, her, me. Oh my fucking God. And now he's turning 35. And my friend Venetia just turned 30. God damn if we weren't singing that song all week. No. Turning 30. He's so much more musically talented than I am. I have to like practice music. Like practicing music I like have to do. That's it. Like, but some people you watch them and it just comes naturally. Like, have you ever watched a guy play a solo? Like, there's like that guy you watch where you're like, that guy was born to play guitar. And then you watch someone else and it's like not the exact same. I'm worse than both of those guys I just explained with the guitar. But with comedy, even if I'm bad, I'm still fine. You know? Like, I'm like, that's how like, you know what I mean? There'll be guys like, I've seen Story of the Year play a show and they'll get on stage. I'm like, dude, that was awesome. Like, yeah, we were like a little off. And I'm like, I didn't know that. I don't know anything. I'm a big fucking idiot. I'm a big idiot. Big fucking idiot. Big fucking idiot. And it's Sunday night. And I don't have anything packed up because I pulled my back out and I gotta piss soon now. I think all the time, but I don't think I have anything else to say. I just want to pack up my stuff. I don't want to do it. I just want to be done packing up my stuff is what I should say. And then Cactus Tate is going to come into town tomorrow early and she's going to help me pack it all up. And it won't even take that long. And if my buddy Ronaldo fucking texts me back, maybe he can help me tonight. Maybe he can motherfucking help me move my shit because he said he might. But maybe he was doing that thing where he's like, "Oh, dude, I gotta work." But if you were doing it another day, and I'm like, "I am doing another day," and he's like, "Shit, caught me in a lie, yeah, dun 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 dun. Caught me in a lie, yeah. that is okay now, because Bob's doing it too. I like to lie. It is fun, though. It's kind of cool to join you guys. Bobby, were you always so honest before? Yeah. Got me in trouble, actually. You ever see couples still staying together? They're liars. If you're ever honest, wake up. Thought that girl was a little hot. Oh, cool. Why don't you go fucking get the fuck out of my house? Okay, shit. Is that what happened? No. What happened? God just works in mysterious ways. In ways so mysterious. Like, if God works in such mysterious ways that, like, every once in a while you'll be like, I, like, know my sexual orientation. And then you'll just, like, be like, but what if? And I'm like, why is he... I gotta go to work. No, I don't have a job. But I don't want to wonder if I'm gay or straight all the time. Well, then maybe you're gay. Shut up. Shut the fuck up when you're talking to me on my podcast. This guy's fucking gay. I love that I still pretend people type like this. If you're watching this sitting at a computer, that's wild. It's more like you would type with your fucking thumbs. Or if you're mad enough, you fucking type with your dick. I just want to let you know, I am typing this with my dick. Fucking send. I didn't take a picture of my dick. I am typing with my dick. I'm not sure if that's right or wrong, but I'm fucking... Yeah, it looks like my phone is sucking my cock. Good night. That's the episode. Love you. Bye. Bye.